What an honor to travel 200 miles here from Marrakech up to Rabat to see Mohammed VI. What will you say to the king about these meetings?
I will thank the king for the generosity of Morocco to host us despite the earthquake on September 8th, and for the warmth that is extended to us by the Moroccan people, and also for the demonstration of solidarity that we want to absorb for our global family. We need each other in these turbulent times.
What is so important is the 50-year span from Nairobi over to where we are now in Morocco, and it's a testament to every effort to bring the North and the South countries of 180, 190 countries together. What is the symbolism of being here again in Africa?
We are here in a very difficult time for the world economy. In 1973, when we were in Kenya, it was also a very difficult time for the world economy. If you remember, that was just the collapse of the Bretton Woods system. Mm-hmm. At that time, people did not solve all problems during the meetings, but they paved the way to solving them. Mm-hmm. And now we are also in a very charged time. Being here in Africa is so important. Why? Global growth is anemic, at 3% on average, way below what we need to recover from the shocks and to lift up everybody. And here in Africa, we have youthful population that can be the engine of growth for the world economy. If we unlock capital in rich countries, aging societies, mm-hmm. to move to this youthful continent on scale would be great for Africa, great for the rest of the world.
Some of the themes we'll talk about in this conversation, but first we have to look at your wonderful effort on fragmentation, your article in Foreign Affairs. I really can't say enough, folks, the importance of this article in Foreign Affairs. The writing of Georgieva just leaps out of it. I looked at it and I said, I don't think there was any help on this. You wrote that article yourself, didn't you?
I did.
You did. I mean, it was like back to school with you. Dr. Georgieva, tell us about fragmentation, but give it a different twist now, which is this appalling moment in the Eastern Mediterranean, the dark clouds that you spoke of the other day.
What we have seen over the last decades after the end of the Cold War was a lot of positivity coming from an integrated world economy. It served us well, but we neglected the fate of those who did not benefit from it. Communities where jobs disappeared overseas and there was no help to create new chance in life. So our complacency to the fact that globalization lifted up the world on average, but left millions of people behind and this became a breeding ground for populism, for this sentiment against others. That complacency we have to admit. Why we should nonetheless work to build bridges across economies? Because we do need more economic prosperity for everyone. And that can only come from a world where we have the ability to trade more, so cost of the totality of what we produce goes down. We calculated the cost of fragmentation just on the issue of trade. If we do it well, in other words, we strengthen security of supplies, but do it wisely, not willy-nilly throwing the baby with the bathwater,
right,
the cost would be minimal, 0.2% of GDP. If we are reckless, it can go all the way up to 7% of global GDP.
Right now we are reckless. We have a war, and I loved your phrase from the other day of dark clouds. There is a fragmentation in the Eastern Mediterranean. Please comment, as all institutions are and all leaders are, on how you perceive this Israel-Hamas war.
My heart bleeds for the people in Israel that were slaughtered. My heart bleeds for the people in Gaza that now, the civilians, not the militants, the civilians that are paying such a high price. We pray for resolving this conflict as quickly as possible. The longer it goes, the more the risk of spillovers grow. And where we are as a world, we simply cannot afford more uncertainty, more hatred. We are so much into pointing fingers at each other, and we are in a world in which we need to hold hands. So fast resolution is what would help people, and it would help the world.
Can you affect a dialogue, for example, between Egypt and Israel right now, as we saw in '67 and along the path of these tensions? Can the International Monetary Fund provide guidance or assistance to figure out a relationship between Israel and Egypt over this territory?
Our duty of neutrality is there because we have to be able to provide objective policy advice on economic matters to all our members. There are institutions that are a better fit to bring countries together on a political level than the fund. What the fund is concentrated now on is to very carefully monitor what could be the economic impact of the new eruption of tensions in the Middle East. So far, what we see is relatively contained. Oil prices are going up and down, but there hasn't been a huge spike. Some nervousness in markets, understandably. And this is why I'm emphasizing the sooner there is a resolution, the better for everyone.
I have to, just because of the brevity of the meeting and your busy schedule here in Marrakech, I have to ask, which a word that I use is the sequence and the timing and the impatience to get things done. And it can be debt restructuring or dragging China into some dialogue of how to restructure debts. Gita Gopinath, among others, has talked about that. It can be the debate of quota and how the IMF moves to a new regime. Tell me not about those specifics, but tell me about the sequence you see to get to a constructive resolution. Is it a sequence to Thailand 3 years from now, or is it a sequence to 3 months from now?
Excellent question.
I did okay there?
Oh, great question.
I had 5 people tell me how to ask that question.
Well, the story of debt today is very different from the story of debt 20 years ago. We have a vastly different creditors landscape. Private sector creditors, new, old, bilateral creditors. How do you bring order in that resolution when there are so many parties involved? What we have done is we brought traditional creditors, new creditors, China, Saudi Arabia, Brazil, India, the private sector, and debtor countries in what we call Global Sovereign Debt Roundtable. What is the purpose? Identify the sticky points and then one by one clear them. I'm a very practical person.
What is the timeline of this? The mystery here in Marrakech is the sequence or timeline to get to a first resolution.
Yes. So here is what is happening with the timeline. Because of this experience that is being built case by case and lessons drawn, when we had Chad, it took 11 months from staff level agreement to getting financial assurances and go to board. For Zambia, 9 months. For Sri Lanka, 6 months. For Ghana, 5 months. We want to go down to 2 to 3 months. And that can only be done by practically identifying what are the steps and then getting creditors to agree to march on the same tune so resolution can happen faster.
I have one final question. It's short, and somebody in America said I have to ask. Have you had the time to go into the acclaimed square of Marrakech in the souks like Jimmy Stewart and Doris Day did in that movie years ago?
Look, I had to go. I need to feel the spirit of this city.
Did you buy something?
No, I didn't have time. It was like zipping in and out. But it is amazing, and the colors here, they create unique atmosphere for our meetings, Tom. Let me tell you one thing. Marrakech has this ability to create a consensus building environment. Mm-hmm. We have been raising money for our poorest members, for our zero interest rate loans. And the miracle is that our universe of donors has expanded here in Marrakech dramatically. Trinidad and Tobago is now a donor. Okay. So countries rich and poor together